Hello, and welcome to What We Wrote. I am Emma,
And I'm Esme.
and we are two friends who have been writing together for decades. This is a special bonus episode of the podcast where we are beholden to no one. We will be talking about books in depth, our favorite and least favorite tropes, writing tips, and whatever the hell we want, really.
hmm
And this week we are talking about Quicksilver by Callie Hart. I have the beautiful
Emma got
hardcover
the pretty one.
version.
I
I
have the
know,
weird one with the dude with
the
it,
tear.
yeah, the tear. It's really weird. I
It
much
is.
prefer
It's bad.
those.
This is
Yeah,
very nice.
yeah.
I actually finally bought this book because I saw the hardback and I was like, "Oh, that's
Ooh,
pretty. I must have
pretty.
that." Yeah. I
Which
also
is not
have
a good
the
reason to buy books, but here we
No,
are.
it's not. I also have the matching hardcover of Brimstone, which I have not read yet.
No,
But it is pretty. So,
it is pretty. Yeah, I
yeah.
plan on when we do Brimstone, which we will.
Yes, we
I
will.
plan on I plan on buying probably not the hardbacks. I'll do the paperbacks.
Yeah.
But the pretty versions.
The pretty versions.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then I don't know. I'll donate that one.
Yeah. Put it in one of those little
Yeah.
street
Well,
libraries or something.
yeah, I was thinking of doing a street library because, like, I have a bunch of books that, like, I have, and, like, I don't like the idea of getting rid of them, but
Mm.
if I put them in a street library, and I thought that'd be cute. So,
Yeah.
we'll
There's one
see.
in Yas.
Is
Anyway,
there? Yeah.
super
Oh, yeah,
distracted.
off topic. Yeah.
The book.
The book! We're talking about Quicksilver. Oh,
We're
shit.
talking about Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Spoiler preview. What did you think?
Yeah, I had a good time. I feel like this was, on par with, like, the level of enjoyment of, Fourth Wing. Maybe a fractionally better written, but still like it was just a good time.
Mm.
There were some parts of it that I was like, oh, that's kind of refreshing to see in romantasy.
Mm.
And there were others that were pretty
Not so,
much
not
on
so
par
fresh.
for
Yeah.
romantasy. But also like, it's a bit like romance books, how we always say people read them for the familiarity and because
Yeah.
you like that in your
Yeah.
stories. So like, if
Yeah.
you like romantasy, then chances are you're probably going to like this book because it is what it says on the tin.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah. But I do think this is probably better than a lot that I've
Mm.
read,
Mhm.
purely from entertainment value.
Mm.
So yeah, I quite liked it. So what about you? What did you think of it?
Yeah, same. I was actually surprised how much fun I had with this.
Yeah.
There were actually moments where I was like giggling, kicking my feet.
Mm.
Like I was like, oh, I'm having so much fun.
And also
Um,
from the start, I found like I
yes.
didn't have a warm up period. I was like, oh, actually, no, I'm
No.
actually enjoying this from the beginning.
Yes, absolutely. I
Whereas
agree.
Fourth Wing took me a bit to like get into
Y-
it.
Yes, and look, I have a few gripes with some stuff. A lot of it is nitpicky,
Yeah,
little things that I'm like, Why? That's
yeah,
dumb." But on the whole, I had a really fun time with this. I enjoyed most of the characters. There was a few instances where I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" But for the most part, I had a lot of fun. And yeah, there was certainly the romance got me, and I think that's kind of like on
mm,
par with Fourth Wing,
mm.
where I was kind of like, oh yeah, like yeah, this is pretty good. I'm having a good time, and then the romance starts to kick off, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm actually invested in this. What's
Yeah,
happening
yeah,
to
yeah,
me?
yeah, 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 yeah.
So yeah, I think I probably like a 3.5 stars maybe.
Yeah, I think I was around the same. Yeah,
Just on
yeah,
like
just
sheer good
vibes.
vibes,
Yeah,
good
just I had
good
a
time, good
fun time.
vibes. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was
It's like
just
when you sit
chilling.
down to watch the Fast and Furious movies, you don't watch
Yeah.
them because they're good. You watch them because they're fun.
'Cause they're fun. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
And, like you say, I think this is probably a little bit better written than a lot of romantasies.
mm,
I certainly didn't there was a couple of weird things in the
yeah,
writing, but on the whole, I found it was quite well done, and there was some,
yeah.
like, surprisingly subtle things that she kind
Mm,
of did here that I was quite impressed with. So,
yeah,
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 I had a
yeah.
good time.
I think it's a good time. Yeah, yeah. So should we do like before we go into the spoiler bits, just like a bit of a what it is, so that
Mhm.
just in case you've been living under a rock and you don't know. Which, actually to be fair, I was living under a rock. So I am very good at being very aware of books and also
Knowing
having no idea what
about
they're
them.
about. So I did not realize that this was like it's kind of like what fae slash vampire, a
Vampire.
little bit of zombies in there. Like it's quite
Yeah, it's really
yeah.
hitting a lot of notes.
It is, yeah, yeah. So, um, yeah, I don't know. I feel
I
like
think it's actually quite it's similar to a book that we did not like so much from Blood and Ash, as far as
ugh,
like the Fae are kind of a little bit like vampires, but then there's also actual vampires who are more vampire vampires, and then there's
and
also
then there's
like
just fae as
undead
well.
stuff, and
Yeah,
then there's kind of like it's really mix and match mythology.
yeah.
But yeah, okay. So I guess basically the cliff notes is that it is about a human woman, as per, um, called Cyrus, who lives in this really shitty, unpleasant city, and she lives in the really shitty, unpleasant part of the shitty, unpleasant city. Um, and through events gets swept off to fairyland and meets a hot and slightly feral man.
Oh
um,
no,
oh
take
no!
me home.
What a tragedy!
I don't want to be here.
Yes, and yeah, I mean, there's action
And then yeah, and
and
then she gets caught up in their sort of war
war
that's
that's
been
going on,
raging for ages,
centuries, and yeah,
centuries, and so on and so forth.
yeah. It's really
It's good
hard to
stuff.
say much more without
Without
spoilers, to be
spoiling the
honest.
shit
We
out of it.
probably should have
Yeah,
put this
yeah,
after the spoilers.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, if you haven't read it and you want to and you care about spoilers, I probably would stop and read it because I do think
Yes.
it would take a bit of the fun away from it.
Mm,
Even though a lot of them I sort of like, saw coming or guessed to a certain degree, it was still done in a way that I enjoyed the process of guessing
finding
it.
stuff out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't just annoying like from Blood and Ash, as you mentioned,
Mm,
where it's like 10 pages in, you know how the stupid thing's going to end, and
yeah.
it just makes everyone else seem really freaking
Really
dumb
stupid. Yeah, yeah.
that they can't figure it out. So this
Yeah.
was
And,
much
like,
better done than that.
it's one of the things where, like, yes, you know probably what the general shape of the story is going to be, but the actual details of how it
Yeah,
worked out
yeah,
was quite interesting to uncover. Like,
yeah,
there's certain things about, Kingfisher and his backstory and exactly what happened there that are quite mysterious, and stuff like that. And the actual bigger picture of the world building as well, I thought was
yeah,
quite interesting. So, yeah, I
mm,
think this is one that actually does benefit from going in cold.
yeah,
So we definitely want you to listen to this episode, but yeah, probably read the book first if you are interested in reading the book.
yeah.
And
Don't
then
be
yeah,
too
come back.
intimidated by the length of it either, because
Oh, it's
it's
such an
quite
easy read.
it's an easy read.
I
You'll
blew through it.
fly, yeah, you'll fly through it. So
Yeah, yeah.
no, don't look at it because that's why I've had it. Like, I mean, God, how long have we had this? Well, actually, my boss and friend gave this to me for Christmas. I want to say 2 years ago.
Mm,
Um,
yeah.
and it's been on
It's
my
been
shelf
sitting
that
on the
long.
to-do list for a
Yeah,
while.
'cause I'm like, it's so big, and if it's bad, it's like it's gonna be like
Yeah, yeah.
so long.
It is
Um,
she is quite a chunky
she's girthy,
quite a chunky lass.
but
Yeah,
it's like a
so
really
it's a
easy read. So
600 pager, but not
it's an
I
easy
would
600,
say
not
it
Acker War
was
kind of 600
I was
pages.
I was gonna say I actually found this 600 pages easier to read than the A Court of
The
Frost and
Frost and
Sunshine or whatever the
Starlight,
fuck it
yeah,
was, which was like, what,
A Court of
300
Jingles and
pages?
Bells. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
even think it was that long. I'm pretty sure it was like
It
200,
was like 200
200 and
pages
something.
or something. That was the
Yeah,
longest 200 pages of my life.
yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, let's get into the
let's get into the
nitty-gritty.
spoilers. Yeah,
Yeah, got to
good.
refill my water jug, so it's like trickling out. So I just got to pop it instead. I wonder what Americans call those. They call them juice boxes. They don't call them
Juice
poppers, do they?
boxes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess it is a juice box. It is a
It is a
box
box
that
full
has
of
juice
juice.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah. But you pop it
You
open.
do. You do.
All right.
Okay, ready?
I think so. No, I need to take my shoes off. They're causing an issue for me. Can't talk with shoes on.
Okay.
I can't have my feet up on the thingy.
Uh-huh.
Can't sit with my feet down. Okay, now I'm perching. We're good.
You good?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so I guess I never know where to start with these these books.
Well, let's start with the beginning,
Okay.
um,
Yep.
because I did find the beginning quite interesting.
Mm.
It wasn't like your typical romantasy beginning.
No. I
So we
immediately
start
liked Cyrus, I
yeah,
have
which
to
is
say.
unheard of.
I know,
Um,
right? An
what
FMC we like?
we like? I don't know about that. So yeah, so it basically starts off kind of like in media res, where
Mm.
basically we Cyrus is I believe in a
Thieving.
part of the city she's not meant to be, and yeah, she
Yep.
steals a golden glove, which we'll get into that a little bit. Um, and it's like the armor of
Yeah.
the city guard.
The
Can't
super
remember the
super special armor from the I think they're called the Guardians.
Are
Um,
they?
yeah, I
Okay,
think
yeah.
so.
It's a
That's
bit
what I
on the
have in my
nose,
notes.
but sure.
Yep.
And so yeah, she's basically stealing this. And so it kind of leads a chase all the way back through into her what do they call them? Factions? Yeah,
It's like a ward or something.
wards. Yeah, ward
Yeah.
something.
They
Can't
they
remember.
have it's yeah, it's
It's like the
an
city is
area of
like
the city.
yeah, and I think they're just numbered, aren't they?
It yeah, it's very District 9.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
giving Hunger Games.
Yeah, District 12. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, in her district, we'll call it district because that's the best sort of
yeah.
explanation for it. So yeah, I quite liked the beginning,
Yes, 'cause
in that.
we find out pretty quickly that she has, like, secret illegal magneto powers, like, she
Mm,
can control metal or do something to
do
metal?
something with it. She can hear it, I think she said.
Yeah,
It
something
whispers
like
to
that.
her.
It
Yeah,
whispers to her, which is
yeah.
not creepy at all.
No, no, because everyone knows a talking sword is always a good time.
Yeah, always a good time.
Uh, yeah, yeah.
Nothing ever goes wrong when your sword can talk to
No,
you.
no, never. It's always good. So yeah, I really liked the opening of it
Mm,
because it did, yeah, it was a good way to sort of introduce us to the world without
mm,
it being too like lore
clunky.
dumpy.
Yeah.
And it was a good way to introduce us to Cyrus as well. Like,
Yes.
we learned a lot about her without her being like, I'm this tall and I'm doing this,
Yeah.
and this is my life and I've grown up here. Like it was very much like, oh, I'm stealing this because I have to. And like you just kind of
Mm.
learnt along. It wasn't really in your face, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
one of the things I really struggle with a lot of romanticises is they're really, really like,
Lore dumpy.
yeah, heavy handed with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So yeah,
It's like they have this feeling that they have to get all of their world building out in the first couple of chapters so that then they can focus on the romance
yeah,
or whatever. But it's
yeah.
like you're just like, "I
Don't
don't care."
No, I don't know who any of these people are. I don't care about this world yet. Like,
Yeah.
just let me find out when it becomes important. Like, I don't
Yeah, yeah.
need a whole history book before I get to the story.
Yeah, absolutely. And we kind of I guess the other piece of important information that we find out is that like water is the sort of
Mm,
currency, I guess, or the thing
yeah.
that she's desperately trying to get is water. And we get these very hot, dry
Mm,
desert kind of vibes from the city. And we kind of find out later that not only is there two suns,
yeah,
but there's no night.
yeah,
Like it never gets dark.
yeah,
Which like trippy.
yeah. Really cool world
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
very cool. And
Yeah,
it
I like
does I really did like that it felt like the author had thought about actually like what would a world with two suns be like? Because I feel
that. Mm,
like that's the kind of thing that sort of sci-fi writers and stuff like that tend to just throw in to be
yeah.
like, oh well,
Ooh, it's a
how
bit
do I
different.
make
It
it
has 2
feel a
suns.
bit
Yeah.
different? It has two
Yeah, yeah,
suns,
yeah.
but I feel like she's really kind of considered the repercussions of like what
Yeah,
that would be like and what
yeah.
people would be like.
Mm,
And I mentioned in my introduction that one of the things that I liked, like I thought was done really subtly, was I do feel like she's really thought about what experiencing other things would be like for somebody who
mhm,
has grown up in this kind of a world. So,
mhm.
like, um, when she goes to the Feywild, like it's cold, right? And it snows and it gets dark. And like,
Yeah.
I think the
And then
way
she's
that,
and, like, they have baths, and she was
yeah,
like, "You just have a bath
whoa,
that
there's so
you
much
dunk
water.
yourself in?"
Yeah.
Like yeah, yeah, like, she was, like, really
You
like,
put
"What
your
the
body in
frick?"
the water?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah, which I think is like I think it's a really that's a really good piece of world building because she has actually thought about sort of the
Mm.
repercussions of the world that she's kind of created here.
And, like,
Um,
how often do you read stories where, you know, the main character does get whisked away to a completely different world,
mm,
but it's just never really mentioned.
dealt
Like, it's
with.
just no, it's
Yeah.
just like, "Oh, well, this is how they live, so, you know, this is what she does now." But
Mm,
it's not like you don't often get that, like, that moment where, yeah, Cyrus is just looking around and, like, I think the first thing, someone does is, like, offer a glass of water, and she was just like it's like being handed $1,000,000,
yeah,
like it's
yeah.
nothing, and she's just
Yeah.
like, "This can't
Oh,
be right.
what the fuck is going on here?
What's the catch?" Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, and I
Yeah,
think it would
so
be really easy for that to just get brushed aside, but it's, yeah, really cool that
yeah, absolutely, and I think she does take the effort to actually sort of, yeah, make that feel right,
yeah,
and consistent with her world building, which I think is really cool.
mm,
Um, and then we also learn that, she has a little brother,
ugh.
who is basically the catalyst for for the bullshit that goes down.
I'm happy for Hayden to be fridged at any time. He was so annoying and so dumb.
Yeah,
Such a putt.
interesting. He's such a putz, but interestingly, at least I felt like Cyrus cared about him,
Yeah.
because I kind of compared it again to Feyre, our favorite favorite
Oh,
person to
yeah,
shit
she was
on.
like
She's like, because she spent Feyre spent the whole book being like, "I have to get back to my in ACOTAR. I have to get
Yeah,
back to my siblings. I have to get back to Nestor and Elaine." But, like, she hates Nestor and Elaine.
yeah,
Like, her
yeah,
entire vibe is like, "I fucking hate these bitches,
yeah,
but I have to get back to them." And I'm like, "Well, I
yeah,
don't buy it. Like, you don't like
yeah,
these people. You hate your father. You hate your siblings. So, like,
yeah.
why would you be
Why
so
why would you
keen?"
wanna go back? Yeah,
But, like, it rang true with Cyrus because even though
yeah.
her brother is a fucking putz, I did feel like she actually
Yes,
does care about him, and
yeah,
so
and
her
and I found, like, the difference between Feyre and Cyrus is, like, yeah, Cyrus, like, really did care about him, and, like, Hayden was constantly at the forefront of everything that she did. Like,
yeah,
every choice she made, it was like, "So I could get back to Hayden." Whereas
yeah,
Feyre, the only time she really mentioned her sisters
mm.
was, like, in, like, a knee-jerk reaction, retaliation, when she'd sort of run out of all her other excuses. And she was like,
Yes,
"Oh, and my sisters."
and also, yeah, those
Yeah, yeah,
sisters
yeah.
that I really fucking don't like.
Yeah, 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 and, like, yeah, so I feel like, yeah, that made a difference as
Yeah,
well.
it made the relationship ring true,
Yeah,
in a way that,
and, you know,
yeah, I
she kinda thought he was a putz too, so it's not like she
yeah,
was dewy-eyed about him.
no,
Um,
but in that kind of fond way that you do when you have
yeah,
a little brother who's a bit of a
who's a
putz.
putz, yeah.
I'm an older sister, I get
Yeah,
it.
your brother was a putz once upon a time.
Yeah, absolutely. He doesn't listen to the podcast, so it's fine.
It's fine, you grew
But
out of it.
you do have that kind of, that is a very and maybe that's why, maybe as an older sister, like, that's why that relationship really
Mm,
rung true to me because I was like,
yeah,
"Yeah, that's how you feel about your idiot baby brother," you
yeah.
know? Yes, I would die for him. Yes, he's also a fucking idiot.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
And he is a fucking idiot.
he is. The second she gave him the glove,
I was like,
I was like,
"Seriously?"
"Why?" Or the gauntlet, whatever it is. I was just like, "Why would you do that? That's the dumbest thing you've
No.
ever done, Cyrus."
So
Like,
stupid. So stupid.
I don't even know this man, and I know it's a dumb idea.
Yeah, yeah. I have a note. My first note for chapter 3 is, "Bless Hayden. He does seem like an idiot."
Mine is, Hayden is a dumbass and is definitely gonna die.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's and he's just, like, waving this gauntlet around in front of the guards that
no.
he's absolutely not supposed to have, that his sister's not supposed to have, like, Jesus fucking Christ, kid.
Mm. I wasn't
Um,
sure, like, with the gauntlet, like,
mhm.
how like, could the Guardians, like, sniff it out like the Nazgul could sniff out the ring? Like,
I
how
don't
did
know.
they just showed up,
I feel like it
and then,
because
like, they
isn't
were all like, "You can't hide it here because they'll find it," and I'm like, "But how would they find it? Like, can they sniff it out?"
it's like I get the feeling that armor is magic somehow. So I
Well, I
think
think yeah, I think we did decide that it had Quicksilver in it. Well, we.
did it?
I
Wait.
mean, yeah, that's why she could hear it, so because she can't hear all metal,
Right.
she could only hear
Right.
Quicksilver,
Okay, yeah, yeah, that
and
makes sense.
it's got, like, remnants of Quicksilver in it.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Quicksilver probably because Quicksilver draws to itself, doesn't it? Isn't there some kind of like it
Yeah,
to itself? So
maybe. Yeah,
I think, yeah, they
maybe they use
probably I
that.
don't know, they use
Mm.
that to find it. But
But yeah,
yeah,
I was
I
really
mean,
confused as to how, like, they all just showed up, and I'm like, "How did you know it was here?" Like,
but
she didn't even know where it was.
it did seem like something that was known though, because I mean, Carrion was pretty much from the start
Yeah, like,
like,
"Get that thing away
"Don't
from me," also
fucking
help
yeah,
me.
yeah,
Yeah,
don't bring
yeah.
that thing here. What the
Put that
fuck is
thing back
wrong
where
with
it
you?"
came from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also help
Yes.
me. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
literally. So, obviously, it's not a known thing that there's the magic, the armor is magic. So I guess, yeah.
Mm.
Um, Also, Carrion, what a great character.
Oh, fucking love Carrion.
He's so good.
He is amazing. Yeah, really, really enjoyed Carrion.
Yeah, me too.
I was glad when Kingfisher brought him
When
back,
he came back,
I
I know.
cackled. I
I know, me
cackled
too.
so hard. I was like, "Ah!"
Amazing. I know. I was thrilled. I was like, you know what? This is so much better than Hayden.
Oh, so much better. So much better.
I don't want
Loved it.
Hayden here. I want Carrion here. He's
Absolutely.
brilliant.
Can you imagine if
Um,
Hayden was there the whole time? Ugh.
oh god, I know.
Yeah. No, Carrion
Um,
was amazing. Loved him.
it's
He
a
was
hell of a
great.
name though, I have to say.
Considering he's a spoiler
It
alert, a Fey
he's a
princeling.
fake. Yeah.
He's like a changeling Fey prince.
Yeah.
Uh, like, and you called him Carrion?
Yeah, what a what a weird
I
name.
wonder if he'll change his name to like some
Yeah, it's actually
Fey
secretly
name.
something sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, I from the first, I was like, you know what? I know Carrion is not the MMC because obviously he's, not dark haired and whatever. He's a ginge. But I was like, I'd
Was he?
be okay if
Oh,
he was. Yeah, yeah, he's
yeah.
he's a ginger.
That's all right.
I'd be so okay if
I'd
he
be so
was the
okay if he
MMC.
was.
I want to
Um,
spin off about Carrion.
well, I think in my later bits, I found a note, can't really remember why I wrote it, but I said that I shipped Carrion and one of the elves, Lorith?
Laura? Yeah,
I think
me
I'm
too.
like, I ship that.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
can't I
They
can't
made the
find it
sword
now.
together. Um,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I was like, "Mm,
Yeah,
I could see that."
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Carrion
no,
doesn't seem picky.
I no. No, he doesn't. Um, I I have to say though, like, because the reveal that so yeah, as said, it like turns out that Carrion is secretly a Fey prince who has been like trapped in the human world for however long or whatever. But I had to say, like, one of the things that was really bothering me up until that reveal, which was very, very late, was
I
why
think I
the
know
fuck are
this.
you here?
But also, the other thing was like Carrion, the way he dealt with the world annoyed me
Oh yeah,
as well.
he was
Because
so
he was
like,
just like he
okay,
just kind of slotted in, and I'm like, "What do you mean?"
yeah,
But it
yeah,
made sense because he was like, "Oh,
yes,
yeah, I was kind of born
I'm
here."
home. Yeah,
Yeah. So I thought that was actually kind of a cool thing for her to seed in, and
yeah.
I thought she was just being a dumb writer, but turns out she actually
Yeah,
knew what she was doing.
yeah, yeah, absolutely,
Um,
and the same thing where I was just like, I don't know why this I love that he's
yeah,
here,
yeah,
but why the fuck is he
but why?
here?
Yeah.
Like, he's just kind of dicking around being
For
there,
yeah.
and I was like, he's
I was
not
like,
really contributing anything.
is it just, like, just the comedic relief? Like, that's a
It's
big
a lot
chunk
of
of the plot.
time being
Yeah, that
spent
you've
on the
the comedic
comedic relief.
relief. Yeah,
Yeah.
which I appreciate. I love a comedic
Yeah,
relief. But
absolutely. Like I said,
it
I
did
wasn't
seem
mad that he was there.
it was just a bit weird. It was just yeah,
It was
it didn't see the
weird.
yeah.
Point,
But
yeah.
yeah, I guess, yeah, towards the end showed up, and I presume that that's probably gonna be further developed in the next
More
books.
important. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
um,
But yeah, I'm 10 out of 10 on board with Karen. He
100%.
is a great character.
Yeah.
Um I guess while we're talking about characters,
Mm,
one of my negatives,
mm,
and I feel like this is just one of those things that's a little standard for the genre, but I really
mm,
wish it wasn't,
mm,
is where are all the women in
mm.
this book?
We have
Like,
1 oh, no, sorry, we have 2. We have
okay,
1
so technically there's three,
is
if you
there?
don't include Saris. I don't think any of them pass the Bechdel test.
No,
So
100% no.
there's
Everlane for sure doesn't.
no. So there's
She is
Evelyn who
you could
is
literally replace
there.
her with a lamp.
you could replace her with a lamp. She gets kidnapped halfway through and basically is just
And that is a plot device to get everyone to go and do the thing.
yeah, exactly. So she's essentially fridged without being killed. She's just taken out.
Yeah.
There's the healer chick, whose name I can't even fucking remember,
Yeah.
but who Sarah gets all jealous
Jealous
about.
over.
Even though she's literally it's so obvious that she's healing Kingfisher's like
Yeah. Duh.
Quicksilver problem.
Yeah.
And then there's the mean army chick,
The caddy one.
who's the
Yeah.
catty bitch who hates Cyrus for no reason. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Really?
can we have like a decent
A decent
female
woman
character
that's
anywhere
not the main character?
that's not the main character?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
why?
I
Why?
did find that annoying. Evelyn
Yeah,
just shat me off.
yeah.
She was just a most useless character, and, like, everything she was just, like, so, like, emotional and, like, there was the thing when, Kingfisher came back, and she was acting all, like, hysterical, basically,
Yeah,
and I'm like, "You don't like,
you
you're,
have to
like,
do this.
isn't she, like, 600 years old? Like,
Yeah,
come on, you can
yeah,
regulate
come
your
on.
emotions."
Yeah.
And, like, she was
And
just
it's a shame that she was so annoying because I
mm,
felt I really like so there's kind of a bit of a found family vibe,
yeah,
between her, Fisher, and Ren.
yeah,
Um, and, like, I really enjoyed when the 3 of them were together.
mm,
They had a really nice dynamic, and there was and, like, you know me, I'm a fucking sucker for found family. So, like, I really enjoyed
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that kind of found family vibe. But yeah, Evelyn was just when she wasn't with Ren and Fisher, she
yeah,
was just such a fucking wet blanket all the
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
And yeah, absolutely did not pass the backdoor test.
No, absolutely not. No, she was, a bit annoying.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then you have the quintessential mean girl.
Yeah, yeah. Danica or something like
I
that?
don't know, I don't know.
Dan
I can't remember any of their names.
it's she's introduced really late in the book. Danya.
Danya, righto.
Da Danya, something like that, Danya. Um,
Sure.
yeah, so and she's just yeah, she's just a bitch. Like she literally tries to kill Cyrus,
Hmm.
and is
And
just kind of
why?
like
Like, it's not even like I don't even think she has a thing for Kingfisher. She just hates her.
yeah, she just hates her for no reason. She's just a
Yeah.
bitch.
She's just like then she just needed a different antagonist or something for her to do it. I don't know. There was no point to her.
Yeah, I mean, she like pretty
Like, I
much
feel like
all she achieved was having Cyrus explode her sword so that she had the chance to like practice
mm,
pulling bits of sword out of the wall or what the fuck
yeah,
ever. Um, but yeah,
yeah,
it really felt like she felt like she needed a like I guess an emotional antagonist for the second
yeah,
half of the book.
maybe.
Because like if for anyone who's listening who hasn't read it, the first half of the book kind of is in the castle
Mm,
where Sarah sort of comes through the Quicksilver portal with Kingfisher, and then she's kind of tasked with creating these Quicksilver amulets that, and I'll get onto that in a minute because that makes you want to stab a bitch. Um, these Quicksilver amulets so that they can like travel through the Quicksilver pools again. And then the second half of the book, they go off to sort of the war front where
yeah,
they meet the actual vampires, not the fairy vampires, and the zombies. And that's where Evelyn gets fridged,
mm,
semi fridged. And I felt like, yeah, once they got to the war front, it felt like the author wanted there to be like an emotional
more conflict
antagonist,
somewhere. Yeah.
yeah, as well as the kind of external threat of the
Mm.
vampires over the river, and so she just, you know, made this woman a total cow
Like,
for no apparent
yeah,
reason.
yeah, very frustrating. Um, yeah, I guess while we're sort of on that note,
Mhm,
as a neg,
mhm,
I do feel like the pacing was a
mhm.
little random. Um, because of what you said. So, like, I
Yeah,
mean, yeah, the first bit was fine. You know, they're in the war, sorry, in the castle, and they're sort of,
yeah,
she's learning a little bit about the world, which is good because then we get to learn with her and all that sort of
yeah,
stuff. But then, yeah, then he takes her away
yeah.
and he takes her to the war front. And
Mhm.
so, but then we have this weird back and forth sort of thing where we're at the war front, we're doing the war things, and then he just takes her back to the castle, and we just sit down, and
Yeah,
then we're
yeah, and
back to the war again, and
have
we're
dinner.
doing another thing,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then we go to this other cute little town,
Yeah, yeah, to the
and then
markets.
we go back to the war, and I'm just like, what is now the time to be doing all of that? Like, why do you
Yeah,
keep
yeah, yeah.
like? It was just a little bit like, like either be at the war front
Yeah.
or don't.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it just felt a little bit like back and forwards and a bit random with the pacing in that way.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I think it felt kind of like she's trying to strike the balance between the fact that Sarah and Fisher's relationship doesn't really kick off until
Mm,
after they go to the war front. And so
yeah,
she wants to include kind of these cute little moments where they can be a little tender with each other and they can
yeah,
have kind of these relationship building moments together where they can go to little cute markets and she can kind
yeah,
of learn about Fisher's softer side a little bit and
yeah.
sorry, there's a train coming.
Okay, I can hear that. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's kind of trying to show
Mm,
Fisher's kind of softer side and like
yeah,
which is great. But yeah, like you say, because she's kind of already moved them to the war front by the time this happens, it does
yeah,
kind of interrupt the
yeah.
flow of the action a little bit.
Exactly, and it just makes me worried. I'm like, but the very important war that you just spent all this time amping up, and now we're just leaving again. I was like,
Yeah, and
yeah, it just felt a little bit like whiplashy.
yeah, and I did feel like the pacing for that second half was a little bit worse in general
Yeah,
because it did feel like they went to the war front and then it was kind of like she has these really quick action scenes where I guess she's trying to show like this has been a stalemate for a really long time and like
yeah,
they attack, we rebuff them, they
yeah,
attack, we rebuff them, and that's kind
yeah,
of like how it's been going for years now, but like I felt like it really reduced the tension
yeah.
because they're very much like, "Oh, well, the vampires can't cross the river." And I'm like, "Okay, great.
Great.
Why are we worried?
Yeah,
You have a perfect barrier here
yeah,
to stop them crossing the river." And then all of
yeah,
a sudden they're walking across the bottom of the river and I'm like, "Okay,
yeah,
in like 100 years that you've been sitting here, they've never tried that before?
yeah, yeah.
Like, what's
Mm.
going on here?"
Yeah, 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 for sure. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think as with I think many of these romantasy authors, the action scenes suffer a little.
Mm.
Um, they're not as strong as some of the other scenes.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
Um,
yeah.
so I guess before we get too far into like plot stuff, I'd also like to just I feel like we just need to talk about our MMC
Yes,
because
I
we
was
haven't
about to
really
say
talked
the
about
same thing. Yeah,
Kingfisher.
we haven't touched him. So yeah, let's talk about
Let's
Kingfisher,
talk about Kingfisher.
the MMC with the most stupid fucking name ever.
Oh,
Um,
I don't mind it actually.
oh really? No, I fucking hate it. What a stupid name. I hate it. Kingfisher, mouthful. And then you shorten it to Fisher. Weird. No, I think it's just a stupid name and I hate it.
Yeah, that's fair. I actually didn't mind it. I thought I would hate it because obviously, Kingfisher is the name of the MMC before you go in, right? Like everybody
I
kind of.
didn't, but
Oh,
yeah.
didn't you? Oh,
No,
okay. So I knew that was the name of the MMC for this book. And I didn't like it then, but actually reading it in the book, it didn't mind me so much. And I think I flipped on it when I found out that his actual title was the Fisher King.
even
Um,
that's weird. What does that mean? He's
I
really
don't
good at
know, but
fishing? Like, what
I
is a fisher
kind of
king?
I liked
Is he a
the I
king of
liked
the
that it
fishes? That's not sexy. Are we dealing with Aquaman here?
I like that it was
Shit.
like that Kingfisher was kind of a bastardization of his title. Like I thought that was I don't know, I thought that was quite a nice
But
detail.
it is a nice detail, except that it's Fisher. What is a fisher king?
I don't know. I
Exactly.
don't
It's
care.
stu it's
I was
stupid.
on board with it.
No, I wasn't. I
Otherwise
thought it
very
was
hot
really
though.
dumb. Yes,
I like him.
yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed him. He oh, I can't remember much.
He's
What
very
is
tortured, and we all know that I love me a tortured man.
I do love that whole, like, I have this thing that will make me go feral, and I'm fighting
So
against it
good.
all the time. Like,
Oh
I
my god.
do like, someone who is, like, holding control of this
Yeah,
very uncontrollable thing by the tips of his fingers.
yeah.
I do love that.
Yeah, yeah, I was
Um,
frothing at the mouth about that. I was
yeah.
like, and,
Mm,
like, when he's in control, he's a
mm.
pretty, like, cookie cutter MMC, right? Like,
Yeah,
he's flirty, he's snarky. I swear to God, he and Cyrus don't talk about anything other than his dick for, like, the first 10 chapters that they spend together.
yeah.
I'm like, I feel like you guys don't know each other well enough to be spending this much time talking about this man's penis, but whatever,
Apparently, that's banter.
Yeah, yeah. But I kind of enjoyed it, and I enjoyed that he's a bit of a dick, which I think he's a bit of a dick in a funny way,
Yeah.
not in an abusive way.
Yes. Yeah.
So, like, things like, when she has to clean out the blacksmith, and it turns out at the end
Yeah,
that he could do
yeah,
it with
you can
maggots
just
the
do it
whole
then,
time.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's funny.
I was like, "It's just funny." Like,
It's
that's
just
just
funny, yeah.
funny.
It doesn't actually hurt anyone, it's just annoying as shit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's not doing anybody any harm. Like, he's
yeah,
just kind of being an ass.
yes,
And then when she tries to escape, the first time, and he, like, drags her back out, and, like, his whole vibe is like, "I'm not mad that you tried to escape. I'm mad that
yeah,
you did it while I was really fucking hungover, and I don't wanna
yeah.
deal with this today."
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that
yeah,
kind of energy I really enjoyed.
yeah. And I loved his,
So
like, attitude. So she gets a pet fox, which, yay, I love fucking
yes.
love foxes. Although we'll talk about how she gets that as well. And I love how he just kind of, like, he hates the fox,
Yeah, it's the
but
fox.
he's also like, "Bring the fox."
Fine,
Like,
bring the fox.
"Bring the fox. I'll look after the fucking fox." Like, I quite
Yes.
liked that as well. And I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
that he kind of treats Carrie in the same way as the fox.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. He's like,
yeah.
"Oh, yes, okay, your pet can come, I guess."
Yeah, both of them.
Both
Yeah,
pets. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and, like, even just the introduction to, like, the fox where he's like, "It's gonna bite you," and she's like, "No, it won't,"
No,
and
it's
then it
not.
bites
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
I
Which can
was like,
seeing as you brought it up, can I just
"Okay, yeah, yeah."
say that was the most stupid fucking scene, because I don't know if you've ever been bitten by an animal in a
Yeah,
way
it
that she
hurts.
said. Like, she said it was, like, down to the bone,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And so she's just standing there with this fox chewing on her arm, having this casual conversation with Kingfisher,
Yeah,
being
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, it's biting me." That's not what happens.
No, 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 you're
Someone bite
screaming.
you're screaming. You're
There's
screaming, you're
bloodshed.
flailing. There's yeah, you can't not do that. It's like
Mm.
I've seen it
Yeah,
several
yeah.
times. I've been it several times. Like, I've been there, and you're not just like, "Oh, can you help
Yeah,
me?"
yeah. Yeah,
It's
man.
it's it,
I mean, I've had
oh,
my finger bitten by a horse, and
yeah,
those teeth aren't even sharp, right? It
no.
didn't even break the skin, and I was like, "Fuck!"
Ah! Yeah, like, it's a knee-jerk reaction. Your body panics.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
because there is pain,
there
intense
is
pain.
pain, and, like, I hated that whole thing. I was reading that and I'm like, this isn't what happens when you get bitten by a dog. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I just that and then I guess I don't know, all my traumatized from the bites that I've been privy to. I'm just like full on PTSD. I'm hearing the screams and I'm remembering when I was trying to pry this mouth off this vet's hand and I'm like, yeah, it definitely didn't look like that.
No, it wasn't cute and it wasn't
No,
sexy.
no, nope. And those most of those were like sedated as well. So like they weren't even fully awake,
Mm,
let alone
yep,
this thing.
yep.
So yeah, that annoyed me a lot.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then I think she just like wandered around for ages before she did anything about it as well. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah. She's just
you
blood pissing out of her hand.
yeah. And I'm like, you've just like absolutely macerated your hand. Like you need to do something. At least wrap it up.
Yep, yep.
Um, and then she just continues to work on the
Yeah,
forge,
yeah,
and I'm like,
just
you're not working on anything.
did she no,
Like
she's fine. She's fine. Don't worry about it. It's just a
I got
fox.
I got bitten by a cat and couldn't use my hand for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Like It's not how it works.
Let's not get reality get in the way of a good flirty time, okay? Like, nobody cares. No,
Ugh.
yeah, I had that thought as well. I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, that yeah, sure, whatever.
Sure,
Um,
sure.
but yes, the
Anyway,
fox is cute once
the
we
fox is cute.
once
I
we
do
got
love
part the
I did love the fox,
yeah, yeah.
despite that it's, yeah, aggressive
Introduction was very dumb.
and also possibly has kennel cough. I don't know if foxes can get kennel cough, but I think it has it. So, but yes, I did like the fox. I'm glad it stuck around.
Yeah, yeah, and, I love that she when she did try and escape, she tried to take the fox with her.
Yeah, she just shoves it in the bag.
Which okay, while we're on a negative, let's follow it up with another negative.
Okay,
Sayers does sometimes suffer from dumb fucking
dumbass.
FMC behavior.
Are we going to talk about
Like,
some fucking stupid ass deals that she makes?
there's the stupid ass deals, which okay,
The
I
first one I
guess
get, she's a new person, she doesn't understand the realm, like, I get
yeah.
that, but the second one she makes with Kingfisher, where she's like, "I'm gonna stay until I make enough relics."
Mhm. Yeah,
Enough
yeah.
relics?
What is
Enough?
enough? What is enough?
Be specific. Enough is not specific. You're gonna be here forever because
Enough.
you didn't say it until I decide there's enough. You just
Mhm.
said enough.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
he could say it is never enough.
Yep.
Like,
This
how
isn't
dumb do
enough.
you have to be? She
Oh my
made that
god.
deal knowing that this was the deal that would, like,
Yeah,
draw a
yeah.
line in the sand, and
Yep.
she does that? I'm like, "Are you
Yep.
dumb?"
Yeah, well, she
That
is, obviously,
yes, she
because
is.
her escape plan was to jump into the pool of Quicksilver without an amulet
Hmm,
after she knows that
hmm.
that is what drove Kingfisher mad. Like,
Well, she
she
thought she had
knows
she had an amulet. She thought she
no,
did.
she
She didn't. Yeah, she
well,
stole
she
his
did.
ring.
Did she?
Yeah, she stole his ring.
Oh,
Because
okay.
she because he was like, "Oh, I've got an amulet or something," and she thought it was his ring as well as the necklace, but the ring is just like a family heirloom. So no, she
Family
thought she
heirloom.
had it. Yeah, she
Okay.
thought she had an
That's
amulet.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
But then okay, so the thing that made me the most mad was the amulet creation process. I swear to God, I'm like, you know that amulets can only be created by the super special alchemist people who
Hmm,
have super special skills, right?
hmm.
And for some reason, she is like, well, the way that I'm going to do this is by adding herbs to fucking molten silver. Like, it's gonna be magic, bitch. You're gonna have to do some
Yeah,
magic to
she
make this work.
only the people that could talk to the Quicksilver could make the
Could make
amulets.
it must be parsley.
Yeah, you're
That
right.
that is what's gonna if
It's definitely the
I
parsley. Yeah,
sprinkle some fucking oregano into this,
yeah.
like,
That's
molten
the one.
iron,
Yeah.
that's gonna be yeah. Ah! I was screaming. I
Yeah.
was like, "I am going to kill you. Why are you so fucking stupid? Obviously, obviously, you're gonna have to do some magic shit with your magic
But, like,
powers, which is the reason that you're the only one who can do this."
well, yeah, well, that's the thing, like, even if she didn't think that it was, like, a magic type thing, like, even if you could be forgiven, she's new to magic, like, maybe her brain wouldn't immediately go there. But in saying that, she knows she can talk to the Quicksilver.
Yeah.
At one point, would you not just be like, "Hey, Quicksilver, just
"Hey,
wondering, could you tell
do
me how
you
to do
know?"
this thing?"
Yeah, yeah.
Because, like, you can have that we know we can have this dialogue with it,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and she knows that the Quicksilver is, like, fairly sentient, she can hear it
Yep,
in the amulet itself, so
yep.
she could have just gone to the amulet and be like, "Hey, how did they do that to you?"
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or even, like, she knows before she even gets to Fairyland that,
Yeah,
like, metal speaks to her.
yeah,
But at
and that
no point does she try that.
no,
Like,
or even control it, she doesn't even try to control it.
no, she doesn't do anything.
She just throws shit at it. I'm like,
She
"But"
just melts it and throws random bits of fucking grass into it and is like, "Why isn't it working? Why can't I figure this out?" Because you're a dumbass. Like, it was so
Yeah.
painful. It was so painful. And, like,
Yeah.
for a character that I otherwise really enjoyed, like, I
Yeah.
don't hate Cyrus,
No,
and, like,
she was
look, at
alright.
least it's not as bad as Violet, where everybody is raving about how fucking smart she is.
Yeah.
Like, at least nobody's saying, like, "Oh, Cyrus, you're a genius." Uh,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
like, she's just
Yep.
some dumb human, like
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
but I was like, "Come on, come on. Rub some brain cells together. If you rub 'em real fast, you might make a spark." Like,
Yeah,
oh my
yeah,
god.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that killed me.
Yeah.
Um, and my other big and this is a this is a nitpick, but my other big problem is and I know that I was praising her, the author, for, like, being like, "Oh, well, like, the language that Cyrus uses and the way that she interacts with the world is informed by her upbringing in this horrible, super hot place."
Yeah.
But she keeps saying, "It made my mouth sweat," and
Ew.
I
I don't
hated
think
it.
I picked up on that one.
Oh, she says it so often.
Oh, it's like watery
"My
bowels, is
mouth
it?
started sweating," and I'm like,
Sweating? What
"Yes."
does
So
that
I'm
like
assuming that
drooling?
because
Salivating?
I think she means like her mouth's watering or she's like,
Mm. It's an
but
odd tone of
and I
phrase though.
assume that it's because like she comes from a place where like water is so scarce. So her mouth is probably dry most of the time
Yeah.
because she's never they've never got
She's
water.
she's she's never properly hydrated.
Exactly. And so
Yeah.
her mouth is watering, I can see how maybe you would say my mouth sweated, but I fucking hated it. I was like, "Stop. Stop saying that. That's
Oh, that's
disgusting."
funny. I didn't pick up on that badly, to be honest with you.
Oh my god, that it just drove me crazy. I was like, "Wah, that's disgusting."
Oh, funny, funny, funny. Whew, sorry about that. Okay. Um, can we, I guess, seeing as we're on the negatives and it's kind of what we do
Mhm.
here.
Yep, yep.
Um, the other thing, and so we're skipping right to the end.
Okay. Yes, the
Um,
super confusing ending.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, there's that too, but that's not what I was going to talk about. So
Okay.
maybe we've got a couple of negs to come. Um, but with the ending, and I'm going to give her the grace and say that she didn't do it on purpose.
Mhm.
But I hate that the only LGBT character that we have is
Mm,
the weird bad guy that has a crush on Kingfisher
mhm.
and is basically using that to get
Yep,
Kingfisher.
yep,
I hate that. That's the
yep.
only gay character we have.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you don't count Carrion, who I think is just a weird flirty guy. Like he doesn't actually I don't think we ever actually see him with the dude. So,
No, I would believe it if she said Karen was bi, but yeah,
yeah,
it's definitely
it's never
not,
explicitly said.
yeah, it's not textual. Yeah,
And
yeah. It
even then it falls into that, oh, he's a bisexual, so he's a man whore kind of,
Oh, yeah,
stereotype as
yeah.
well.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
even that is a
absolutely.
little bit questionable.
Problematic. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so I really was
yeah.
quite disappointed, like, because that didn't
Mm.
need to be there.
No,
Like, that little
not at
weird
all.
man crush he had on Kingfisher didn't need to be there.
No.
Like, you could have done away with that. You could have just had him you could have not mentioned his sexuality in any
Mm.
way, shape, or form, and it wouldn't have made a difference. So,
Yeah.
it just annoyed me that that was included, and I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
really see the point of it, and it just makes me sad because we don't have any, representation that
Mm,
is positive in this book. And I think if you're going to have representation, then you do need to include some good stuff as well as the bad stuff. Otherwise, it
mm.
just gets a bit murky.
Well, and it is really falling into that trope of the queer coded villain, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's such a common trope. It's
Especially
such
like,
a
yeah, man, like, oh my god, he loves me, so therefore he's a like he
he's a
wants me, but
villain.
he's a bad guy, and yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah,
it's like yeah, it's true homophobia,
there is a
really.
real representation problem in this book. Like
Yeah,
it's kind of what we said about the female characters as well, right? Like
yeah,
there is
yeah.
no good female
No,
friendships. Like it's a little misogynist
yeah,
in that kind of way where like all of the women are either an object of jealousy for the main character or they get fridged so to move
Yeah.
the plot along,
Yeah.
and don't have any agency. And like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
giving Danya a sword doesn't make it a feminist icon. Like,
No, just because she is like the sole, like she's basically like Aowen, like the sole
yeah,
woman in the war.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Woo!
Ex- Yay.
Yay!
And
We
yeah,
got one, guys.
woohoo! It's
Woo!
2025.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, and then yeah, like you say, like yeah, having like it's almost better to just not have any queer rap at all if you
Yeah,
were
literally.
going to make
This
the only queer character the villain.
The villain. And the
Yeah.
villain in a weird way. Like
Mm,
he was a villain in the way that it was his queerness as the problem because he seems to have some sort of infatuation with Kingfisher.
mm.
Like the fact that she made that like a
Yeah, the
if
key.
yeah, if not the primary driver for his actions, like
Yeah.
that he could have just been a bad guy. You didn't need that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, like, there's enough political
Mm,
bullshit going on that there's no reason for Malcolm to have an ulterior motive beyond the political wheeling and dealing. Like, obviously, Madra and what, Bellicon or whatever the fuck his other guy's name was, they've obviously got this little triad of evil thing going.
yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
like, one of my notes was that it's like the bad guys are so over the top.
Oh my god.
Like
And
the
in chat
villain.
at the very end, right, as well, this is
Yeah.
an annoying thing with the bad guys. So they're trying to kill them all, obviously, and then they
Mm,
keep coming back to life or something. Like, they just like, oh, well, they kill one and then he comes back, and they're like, oh my god, we
mm.
can't kill him. And then as he gets up, he's like, oh, to kill one, you have to kill us all. I'm like, why would
Why
you
would
tell
you
your
say
mortal
that?
enemy how to kill you?
Yeah, I
Like,
know. What is wrong with
that
you?
is so dumb. So now they're like, oh, thanks for the
Right.
tip.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's do
And
that.
it's
Like,
and
why
they're
would you say
just
that?
and they're
It's so like
so.
quintessential bad guy. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
There's very little. I feel like there's very little nuance in the villains,
yeah,
and they're all so stereotypically villainous. They're almost like Disney villains.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
and I feel like that plays into like Malcolm's queerness as well, is
Mm,
that kind of like coded queer, over the top, super dramatic, kind of villain,
mm,
that is so often queer coded
yeah,
in, sort of Disney films and stuff like that. And it was kind of like, not only have you made your villains kind of boring in
yeah.
that they're just evil for the sake of
Point of
being
being
evil.
evil.
They're
Yeah,
just evil.
yeah,
Yeah, it just doesn't
yeah,
really land, I think.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but yes, then my other complaint. So there's some things that I don't hate about the conclusion, the big epic finale. Well, we can come back to the positive sides of things, but um I thought the ending was so fucking dumb when she
I don't
goes off
even.
to fucking Valhalla and or whatever and speaks to the god spirit or something, and
Oh
like
yeah. I don't know. The
s-
ending was such a thing,
it was
and
very confusing.
unfortunately, all I wrote about it was, well, what an ending, which doesn't help. Which doesn't help me much.
So she went to like Mount Olympus to chat to the gods. It wasn't called that, but that's basically the vibes. And then
That's
they were
right. I do
like,
remember that.
Fisher is the champion of chaos and their love is going to destroy the universe. And then the god like turns Cyrus into some kind of fey vampire hybrid
Yeah, because we can't have a
situation.
human female character, main character, can we?
Yeah, and like, okay. I gave props earlier in the book because obviously when you have a human and a fae, you have like a lifespan issue, right? With for the
Yeah,
romance.
yeah,
However, Fisher had a timeline on his existence, right? Because
yes.
the fucking
Quicksilver was killing him.
Quicksilver is killing him. So
Yeah,
I was like, well, you don't have a problem, right? Because by
yeah.
the time that
They can meet in
Cyrus.
the middle.
Exactly. By the time
Yeah,
Cyrus gets old and dies, Fish is probably going to be either insane or dead anyway. So it's kind of like you had kind of a nice out there that he's not going to outlive her by forever.
mm,
But then they're like, nah, no, 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 we'll turn her into a fae anyway. Um, and I guess heal Fish's Quicksilver problems. So now we can be immortal together forever.
Yay. Yeah.
Yay! And I was
Yeah.
like, this is just, I'm just,
Yeah. When they yeah, when she got turned, I was like, "Yeah, here we go.
yeah, yeah,
Sure."
yeah.
Which,
Um,
you know, look, I get
the impulse, the
the
desire.
impulse
Yeah.
because, like, it is something that we did as well.
Oh yeah,
Um, in
we did.
in our own, like, we didn't write it into the story, but, like, in one of
No.
our stories, that we have basically an immortal and a human, and at the end of the story, they kind of get together, and then that's the end. But
Yeah.
then we kept writing afterwards because we are like, we're not done with these characters, and that's
Yeah.
what we do. So we just kept fucking around with them, and we did go through a lot of things with basically getting the human character to become immortal.
Yeah.
Um, so I get it,
Yeah.
but
But
also,
I just feel like in a world where you have vampires who
mm,
have a built-in mechanism for
mm,
making someone
yeah,
immortal, and it's complicated, right?
yeah,
Because the vampires are kind of the bad guys.
yeah,
Um, so there is a complication there, but like, doesn't that just make it more interesting? Like,
mm,
isn't it more interesting to make her a vampire and have her be one of the bad guys as the way to immortality than being like, oh no, you're a super special half fae, half vampire hybrid thing that never been seen before, so that you can have all of the good things from both. And I'm like, do we
So
have
do
to
we
do this?
think okay. So do we think so because she did get turned as a vampire, the
Yes.
Teladius dude who is suddenly now a good guy,
Yeah.
turned her.
Yeah.
But do you think the Fae thing is a separate thing?
I think the gods made her fae.
Right. Okay.
I
Okay.
think. It's all a little hazy because I was like, this
Yeah.
is stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, the ending was a bit confusing to me.
It was a bit confusing.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
yeah, so like my notes, I have like, he's gonna turn her into some sort of fey vampire hybrid thing, isn't he? Called it half vamp, half fey, and then my next note in all caps lock is carrying as a fey too. What the fuck? So I
Yeah, I've
didn't
got
write
wait, what? Carried as a Fae too now?
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't write super like clear notes
No, me neither.
around this happening, but
You'd think we'd
um
learn, hey?
you think we'd learn, right? We do this every time. We're like, damn, my notes suck. In the next episode, damn, my notes suck.
Need to write better notes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, the ending was a bit of a flurry, I have to
yeah,
say.
yeah.
But,
And
you know.
yes, because I also have the note like, oh, how convenient that we found a way to fix Fisher's Quicksilver madness, so that now Cyrus is an immortal. He's also not going to go mad and die in a few years. So it's like,
Did
it all
did
just felt
Kingfisher
a
get did
yeah,
Kingfisher
yeah,
get fixed, did he?
yeah, yeah.
She
She
took it out.
pulled the Quicksilver out of him.
I have no memory of this.
Yeah, yeah. So he's fine.
Okay.
He's fine
Yeah.
now, which
Okay, cool.
I'm a little sad about because obviously, like, the feral, as we said, we kind of
Mm,
like the feral.
yeah. I'm
We kind
sure
of
he'll
like
still be
the
feral without it.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah. And it's just as a thought that I mentioned, but oh fuck me, words in all water. Um, the other thing that I just wanted to mention,
Mm.
weird shadow powers that have no real explanation as to what they
Oh
do or
yeah,
how they work.
obviously. Shadow
He
Daddy.
just like
He's
I just don't understand what his powers are. Like
they're
his
shadow
powers are
powers.
just yeah, but like, cause yeah, he's using them to like vermouche clothes. He's using
Yeah,
them
oh
to
yeah.
like clean rooms. He's using them
Yep.
to like kill like entire armies of
Mhm,
zombies. Which like,
mhm.
why couldn't you have just done that the whole time? Like, is they're just like, what are these powers?
Yeah, and it's annoying because, right, like,
He can
you
open
know,
portals. He can just do these like little shadow gates. Like, what does? How are these connected? Like, how is I can
yeah,
tidy a room and I can create a portal to another state the same?
yeah, well, I mean, they're not.
No.
And like, it is annoying in a book that otherwise has quite good world building,
Yeah.
that she's obviously very much just leaning on the shadow power
Yeah.
trope. right? So,
Yeah.
like, Reese has shadow powers, Aiden has shadow powers. Nobody ever bothers to explain what shadow powers are, they just
No.
are.
It just it's
And
just
it's
magic, but it comes with a dark cloud.
yeah, I guess so. I don't
Like
know. I did have a note about the clothing though. I was like, "Oh, why can all of these fucking dudes just vanish clothing? Like, why is
yeah.
that a skill
Why?
that everybody seems to have?"
And want though, as well. Like, I feel like there's a certain, like, you know,
A
thing
build
when
to
yeah, when
taking
you're
the
taking
clothes.
your clothes off. And he's just
Yeah,
like, shook, and you're like, "Oh, okay."
exactly. It
I
like
guess I guess it's time.
it
Like
it it builds. It
yeah,
builds.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's
Um,
just a bit like,
the
"Oh, okay."
removing the wrapping from the present, you know?
Exactly, yeah, like, half the fun is unwrapping it,
Exactly.
right?
Which I
Yeah.
do think, so another, I guess, slight negative, I feel like the yearning and the romantic tension in this book between Cyrus and Fisher is very good. Like
Mm,
I really did think that like they've it's a very hot dynamic and I was like super ready for them to get nasty. And then the sex scenes were just a bit flat. Like I don't
yeah,
know what it was, but I was like, "Oh,
yeah.
okay, cool."
Um, yeah, I don't really remember it, which
They
probably
well, exactly.
says enough.
That kind of
Um
says it all, doesn't it?
I know they did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
But it was like it was fine. It wasn't
Mm.
anything that I was kind of like, "Ew, that's gross," or, looking at you from Blood and Ash. But
Ugh.
it was just like in comparison, I guess, to like I would say Fourth Wing and the Carissa Broadbent books are really like top-notch sex scenes. Like,
Mm.
when you get to them, you are like so ready for it and like they're really good. And like I would say that this for all that I don't think Fourth Wing is as good a book, I think the sex scenes are actually very good in Fourth Wing, apart from the cringy lightning thing, which is
Right.
it's a bit silly, but
It's a little weird, but okay.
a little weird,
We'll give
whatever.
we'll give you that one.
Well, yeah, yeah. But otherwise, I think, like, they're actually quite good.
Yeah.
But I felt like there was such a good build up to the sex scenes in this, and then when it actually happened, I was like, "Oh,
Oh, well, that happened.
okay,"
Yeah. Yeah.
which was a
Yeah.
bit odd.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I couldn't really tell you anything about them.
yeah, they were just kind of
They were just there.
they were just there. Um, I also wanna talk about the mates thing.
Oh, yes, it was so freaking obvious that he could read her mind the whole time, but
Oh my god,
let's
so
just do
obvious.
away with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I and, like, I know this is a me thing. Fated mates don't work for me.
no, me neither.
I I just don't care. Like, it
No.
doesn't and I was trying to think about, like, unpack for myself, like, why this particular trope doesn't hit.
Mm.
And I think it's because when you find out that they're mates, it's like all of the
Mm. I know where you're
romance and the
going.
relationship building and the falling in love that
Just takes it
happened
away.
previous. It's like, well, you didn't actually fall in love, did you?
No.
You were fated to be together.
Yeah. Yeah, it cheapens it because
It
it takes
cheapens
away
it.
they haven't actually chosen each other.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
there's
It,
no, "I choose to be with you," like,
yeah,
there's no, "You are the only one for me because that's, how I feel about you," like, that's how
yeah,
strong
yeah.
my feelings are for you. It's just like, "Oh, yeah, it's just it's written in the stars. This is how it is."
Yes, exactly. And
Like,
like,
cool.
it always seems to be that the guy knows first
Yeah.
and he doesn't tell her.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
No.
Um, I don't like the key like, "I've known you're my fated mate this whole time, but I didn't
Yeah.
tell you." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay, well, that's information that she probably should have had."
Yes.
And I also love a he falls first, right?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
so I feel like that kind of cancels out because, like,
Yeah.
well, he didn't fall first, he just knew they
No.
were mates this whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, and so then, like, it's almost like because if he knew the whole time, it's basically it changes the way you perceive them, right?
Yeah.
So you're like, "This is my fated mate, so I have to find a way to, like, enjoy every aspect of them."
Mm.
Like, rather than stumbling along and being like, "Oh, I really like how this person laughs," or "I really like how this person does this," or whatnot. Like, you're almost looking for things to like,
Yeah.
as opposed to just being like, "Oh, that actually really speaks to me," kind of thing.
Genuinely falling in
Yeah,
love with them. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
And
I'm not I don't vibe with the fated mates thing.
no, it yeah. And, like, I think I wouldn't mind it so much if it's, like, neither of us knows that we're mates until we sleep together or something like that.
Mm,
If it was kind of like, we have to get to the point where we wanna have sex with each other first,
mm.
and then the fated
You can
mates thing snaps
kick
into
in.
place or something like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
that makes more sense to me
Because
than
then you
this
still
kind of
have that
like
natural yeah, yeah,
you can
that
y
choice. Yeah,
yes, exactly. You fall in love first, and
yes,
then you discover that actually we're meant to be together, and,
forever,
like, I
yeah,
assume people like it because it's like a soulmate thing or whatever.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I can kind of I feel like, yeah, I want them to fall in love genuinely before they know they're mates.
yeah,
And then, like, yes, if you want them to be, like, fated to be together forever or whatever, like, fucking
yeah,
fine, I don't care.
yeah,
But yeah, I feel like them knowing from the get-go that
yeah.
they're fated mates, I don't know, it just kinda takes something
Just
away.
cheapens it a little bit.
It cheapens it a bit, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It makes it
yeah,
feel more insta-love, I think,
yeah, yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Um, that I was just like,
Yeah,
of
of course they're mates.
of course they're fated mates.
Of
Um
course they're fated mates.
there was no reason why they would like each other otherwise.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, yeah,
Um, I did I did really, really like, even though it was janky with the pacing, I did really, really like the scene where they go off to the market and, like,
yeah,
Fisher's
yeah.
cottage or
I
whatever.
liked the scenes in and of themselves.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
just like the
They
placement
were
of them was a little
yeah,
weird.
yeah, they were placed
Yeah,
wrong, but I thought,
yeah,
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 it was really, really sweet getting to
yeah,
kind of touch in with this kind of softer side of
yeah,
Fisher.
yeah,
Um And I really do love, I mean, maybe it's like the confidence porn thing that we've talked about before, but I love the kind of the idea that everyone around Fisher, like, kind of worships him, right? Like, he's their king, everybody kind of loves him. The lady in the village thinks he's great, and, like, it's like, it's like Darcy and
mm, mhm,
Pemberley.
yeah.
Elizabeth has this perception of Darcy as this kind of like this asshole, this
This
presumptuous
unlovable sort
prick,
of
this
yeah, yeah, yeah,
unlovable. But then she goes to Pemberley and all of his servants like, "Oh no, he's wonderful." And, like,
yeah,
she's in the village of Lambton, everyone's like, "Oh no, he's such a nice guy, like he does so much." And, like,
yeah,
it's kind of the characters around the character
yeah,
building this kind of
yeah,
other side of them, and I love
yeah,
that. I'm a
yeah,
sucker for that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah.
think she does that really well once they leave the keep, the castle,
Yes.
and sort of
Yeah.
go, everyone's like, "Oh, Fisher," like, "Oh, we love
Yay. Oh,
Fisher."
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Yes, yes, we
yeah.
do."
Yes, we do. Yes, exactly. Yeah, 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 for sure. I do like that too.
Um,
Um, oh, if you're gonna write poetry,
oh my
m
god, it's so bad.
make sure your words actually rhyme. Blood and could don't rhyme. They
I,
don't rhyme.
I wrote, I think my note, I haven't got it from my screen, but I think my note was something like, "Well, the Fisher song isn't exactly Tolkien, is it?"
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah,
I
we
don't
didn't really we didn't
I
really hit
see
it with
I
that.
see where you were trying to go, but oof,
Mm,
yeah, that
yeah.
bothered me.
Yeah, yeah. If you can't write poems or songs, don't
Or riddles.
write them in your yes, don't write them in your book. Like, you didn't have to give us all the lyrics,
No,
You could have just said he sang a song
it was a
and it
great
was
song.
about this.
This is just a tribute.
Save you. Exactly. Save yourself the embarrassment of trying to write the greatest song in the world and just write a tribute.
Just write a tribute.
Just write a tribute.
Yep, yep. Yep.
Um,
Okay, I'm running to the end of my list.
yeah, I think, I guess if we so we've kind of complained about the female side characters, but I do wanna give a shout out to the male side characters. As annoying as it is that there are no decent women in this
Mm,
book, Lorith, Ren, Carrion, they're
yeah.
all great. Like,
I
I
did
love
like them.
them.
The only thing I'll say is that Lorith and Ren were
Kind
a
of interchangeable.
little bit interchangeable for me.
Yeah, yeah,
There
yeah.
wasn't enough of a difference between the 2 of
Yeah,
them to warrant both of them being there. You could have just
yeah.
had it all as Ren. So yeah,
Yes.
that was my only thing. Like, yes, Carrion, absolutely, and yes, I did like Ren, but then when
Yeah.
Lorith came along, I was like, "This is just Ren."
Again,
2.0.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I was like, why is he here? Like, there wasn't enough of a difference with those two, but
No, no, I do
I
agree.
still liked them. They were
Yeah,
still
yeah, because
good.
I like both of
I
them because
liked
they're the
both
same
of them.
person.
Yeah, exactly. But they were just a little bit interchangeable for me.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, but otherwise, yeah,
Um
I did enjoy them.
I do love, as a quick note, I do love the nickname thing. The nickname thing works for me. Um, Fisher calling Sayrus Osha the whole way through,
Oh yeah, I
and
like that too.
then,
It depends on the
um
nickname. Sometimes
it
the
does depend
nickname's
on the
really
nickname.
bad. I just
Yes.
read one, and it's a contemporary romance, and the nickname she gave him was Baseball Daddy, and I was like, "Nope,
Oh,
don't like that.
no. What the
Nope.
fuck?
What does that mean? Baseball
That's
Daddy. What?
horrible.
Nope, don't like that." So yes, I really love the nickname thing too, but it
Yeah,
has to be a good nickname.
it
But
does
yes,
have to be a good nickname.
Osho was cute. I like that.
It was cute,
Yeah.
and it turns out it's like it's something really it
It
means
had
something really.
it had a double meaning, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was
'Cause,
something
like,
like
it was about the butterfly, but the butterfly, like, it only came out in, like, a specific time, and
yeah.
they had to watch it and
Yeah,
help it or
it was some
something. I
kind
can't
of
remember.
like it was like this we worship it like the sun or something.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah,
remember
it was like a
exactly what it was,
worship
but it
thing. Yeah,
was
they're never left
yeah,
alone type thing.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. That was really
yeah.
cute.
That was quite sweet.
And you know, him using her name for the first time in like a moment of
Yes.
of seriousness. I'm like, "Oh,
Yes,
yes,
we love
it
that.
does
Yeah.
work for me."
Yep, yep, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I like, and, like, there was a
Yeah.
whole, like, again, it's one of those things that, if it happened in real life, you'd be like, "Ugh."
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but but there was a whole, like, "She's mine" thing that I was like, "Ooh, hey, okay."
Mhm. Yep, yep,
That's okay.
yep.
So yeah, it ticked a lot of the boxes in that way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
like Fisher had some extremely cute lines. Like one of the ones I wrote down was smiling has been hard of late, but it's getting easier. And
Yeah.
like and stuff like that. I'm like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god, you're so sweet."
Oh, yeah.
My
Yeah, and
baby boy.
he had some other thing around, like, he was dancing around, like, that she stole something,
Oh
and, like,
yeah, you
it
stole
was
my heart.
yeah, it was clear that he was like, "Oh, no, you stole my heart." I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah, yeah.
cute."
Yeah, yeah. Cute, cute,
Cute.
cute.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
The romance did work with me.
yeah,
Um
yeah,
it did definitely. Um
yeah, yeah. Overall, yeah, enjoyed it. Had a good
yeah.
time.
Yeah,
I
had
know I
fun.
know we I know we spend these bitching about it, but, like, it's just fun.
Yeah, and like the thing is that like these books are not great books, but
Mm,
they are fun books.
yeah,
So like, you know, we can spend all of this time bitching about all of these little things like this wasn't very good and I hate the way that she says this and blah blah blah. Character was really dumb. But like at the end of the day, it's about the vibes and the vibes were fun.
yeah,
And like, you know, I had a good
mm,
time.
yeah.
I have notes where I'm like I'm literally kicking and squealing like
Yeah, I've got a couple of notes where I'm just like, "Huh, I'm enjoying this." So,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah,
you know, I had fun. I had a good
yeah,
time.
yeah.
I'm actually quite
I'm a
excited.
for the next one, I'm a
Yeah.
little bit worried about the next one because I have heard multiple people
I
hate
yeah.
it when they loved
I
the
have
first one.
yeah.
So, I'm just like, "Oh, no."
Yeah.
Um,
I'm excited to read it because I want to find out for myself, I guess.
yeah, yeah, same.
Um because yes,
Hope
I have also heard a lot of people say that the second one is
The second
just
one's not any good.
really
And I
bad.
don't know, like, is it bad? Like, because, like, I don't mind things not going the way that I want them to go, because I think as a
Yes.
reader, you kind of just have to accept that it's not your story. The
Yeah.
characters are going to do the things that characters do, and sometimes you're not going to like it. So that
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily bother me so much. So if it's just
No.
that, I think I'll probably still
Yeah.
enjoy it. Um, but I'm worried that it's not just that.
Yes, I'm worried about Fisher, I think is my
Mm,
biggest thing because like a lot of what I have had a lot of fun with this first book is
yeah.
his character, his interactions with not just Cyrus but with the other
Mm.
characters, and I am worried that having cured his Quicksilver illness, that kind of the edge will
It'll be
be
completely
gone,
different.
and
Yeah.
he'll just be a completely different character, and I
Yeah.
feel like that would really annoy me
Yeah.
because I'm like, when you've been if you've been a certain way for 100 years and
Mm.
the illness that made you that way is suddenly removed, you don't immediately
You
go
don't
back
snap
to
back. No.
you don't snap back to
You
being a
still you
completely
still
different
have a
person.
lot of trauma.
Exactly,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah.
I am worried that she may unravel
Mm.
Fisher's trauma too quickly, and maybe
Yeah.
that's what people aren't vibing with. But yeah, I don't know. Hard to say until we read it, but
Mm.
we will.
Yeah, we will, and you'll hear us talk all about it.
Yes, exactly. We will be doing another bonus episode on Brimstone once we
Yep.
read. Oh my god, that's just
Oh,
reminded me of my one gripe, another gripe that I
okay.
I had. Again, is a minor gripe, but it's something that really, really irritated me. So the book is called Quicksilver.
Aye.
And if you don't know, listeners may not know this. I don't know how common this knowledge is, but Quicksilver is another name for mercury, right?
Yes.
Which is an actual element that actually exists in the real world.
Yes.
Mercury is a liquid at room temperature. Like that
Yes.
is a very fundamental part of
That's
mercury.
why we have it in our thermometers.
Exactly. That's why mercury is used for the things mercury or quicksilver is used for the things that it is used for. You have to get down to something like minus 30 degrees C before mercury becomes a solid. And Cyrus is melting her quicksilver in a forge.
It's extra
And I'm
runny.
like, why? And
Well, actually though, to be fair though, I don't think she's melting the quicksilver. She's melting the silver and then she's adding in the quicksilver.
no, she 100% was melting the quicksilver. She was holding onto a solid piece of quicksilver. Because I made a
Mm,
very specific note about it.
okay.
So my point is that if the substance we know as quicksilver in this book is not actually mercury, I feel like you need to clearly identify that it is a magical substance that just happens to be called quicksilver and that it is not actually mercury. Because if you name your magical substance after something that exists in the real world, but it has different properties, then like I just feel like it just really annoyed me. I was like, mercury is a thing that exists and it has properties that exist. And so if your substance has different properties, either give it a different name or say, yes, this is magical quicksilver and therefore it
I
is
mean,
solid at room temperature.
I do feel like the fact that it was sentient and can talk is probably a bit of a hint that maybe it's magic mercury.
Sure, but like
Just,
it's it still apparently looks like mercury
yeah.
and it behaves like mercury when it's not being magical. So like I don't know. It just stuck out to me and I was like, I don't know. If you're gonna use quicksilver as a substance, like either I don't know how that substance acts, or I don't know, probably pick a different name for it, honestly.
Mm. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it
so
didn't
like
bother
I
me at
said,
all.
it was a real minor nitpicky gripe, but like it really pulled me out. I like stopped and I
Oh.
was like, no.
Okay, no,
What are you doing?
that didn't strike me at all.
I mean, it was possibly also because it was during a scene where I was already annoyed because she was being dumb about how to make the amulets. So,
Maybe.
like, I may have
Just
just been like, "Everything
compounded
is
it.
wrong."
Just compounded it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
But yeah, otherwise, I had good time,
Yeah,
had fun.
me too, me too. I
Um,
think that's pretty much all I have.
yeah, I think so too.
We did the whole humanoids are noble and the monster looking fae are slaves and
Oh,
servants.
yeah, yeah, I made that note as well.
Mm,
Yep.
typical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a real unfortunate trope that seems to be
Mm.
um attached to the this
Perpetuated.
Fae thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I saw a post on Tumblr the other day that was talking about like the how the actual, I guess, mythology of um, the Fae and fairies from sort of, Celtic and Norse mythology has been kind of bastardized into
Yeah.
whatever the fuck romantasy is doing.
Doing yeah.
And yeah, I was like, yeah, I can kind of see like it's kind of this surface level
Mm.
picking of Fae
Yeah.
traits, but it's like so much of what made, you know, because the post I was looking at was kind of talking about like how did we get here? Like
Yeah.
where did this idea of the Fae as this kind of like noble, pointy-eared kind of elves basically kind
Elves,
of come
yeah.
from? Yeah, and like some people were saying, oh, like Holly Black really popularized it with her YA series, and other people were, sort of mentioning other sort of influential Fae things. But I think one that I think is probably the most accurate was someone said like basically what they've done is they've mashed Tolkien's elves
Yeah.
together with um the
Some
idea
Celtic
of
lore.
Fae.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Because like, none of these romantasy Fae are allergic to iron or
No.
can't lie or,
No.
the only thing that seems to have hung around is the don't make deals with fairies kind of,
Yeah.
binding oath thing.
Yeah.
Um, which I think is a shame. Like it would be really interesting to take some of those
Yeah.
little niche things about traditional Fae,
Yeah.
and be like, yeah, you can't touch iron, and yeah, salt does repel you, or
Yeah.
some of these weird
Well, so
little.
I thought that she was doing that
Mm,
in this, the not lying thing, because Quicksilver can't lie. But it
mm,
was just like an oath that they took. It wasn't like built
yeah, an
into them.
inherent.
They just take an oath and then they can't lie
Yeah,
after that.
yeah, yeah,
So I guess like at least she's kind of weaseled that in. But even
yeah, a
then,
little bit.
I don't think it was all of them. I don't think they all took that oath.
No, and I don't think any of the like lesser Fae
No,
have
no,
that kind of oath either.
yeah,
So yeah, I think like it would be nice. I think to. 'Cause I think that's something Holly Black did really well,
yeah. She
was
had all of that.
having, yeah, and having her fae, even her sort of like courtly high fae, was
Mm,
still had to obey the rules of
yeah,
fairies, and they were a little more otherworldly,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and I think it would be really cool to see a romantasy that really kind of lent into that,
yeah.
um,
I agree.
being a little strange, a little different, a little not just
Mm,
be like elves with shadow powers.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Anyway,
they're definitely just Tolkien elves these days.
pretty much.
Mm, yeah,
Yeah.
which
Anyway.
just call them elves.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't spell that funky though.
No, exactly. You can't get as many vowels into
No,
that one.
no. Oh, dear.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. Well, I think that just about wraps up
Yeah,
Quicksilver.
I think that's everything that I've got to say about it.
Um, oh, last super quick note. Um, Tal, who is Malcolm's son, brother,
Oh,
cousin?
is that the Teladius dude, the one that turned
Teladius? Yeah,
Sarah's?
yeah.
Yeah,
Who turned out to be actually a good guy.
sure.
That
Okay.
was, yeah, I didn't mind that actually. I was like, and he
It's just
gets
a
a
little bit.
bonus. There's a bonus chapter at the end uh from his point about him, about Caladius, and he actually seems kind of. Was that not in your book?
I don't know. Let me check. Oh. Like, I
It's
don't mind the
called
character.
The Maze. It's from Fisher's point of view. It's basically when he was trapped in the
It's in the last book, as in the last chapter.
yeah, so it's the last. It's so in my book, it's it says keep reading for a bonus chapter from Kingfisher's point of view.
Yeah, I don't think I've got that.
Oh, that's a shame. You'll have to borrow mine to read it because it's quite good.
Okay.
It's from Kingfisher's point of view when he's trapped in the maze, and while he's counting coins or whatever the fuck he was trapped there doing for 100 years or whatever,
Oh.
Tal comes and chats to him, and it's just like a little
Oh.
chapter of
Okay.
them talking. It's really cute.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Um,
I'll have to read that in your copy then,
yeah, yeah.
because that's
So I
definitely not
guess
in mine.
if you don't have the special hardcover version,
Yes,
find it because it's
find
cute.
it. Okay. There you go.
Because yeah, it adds a little bit of depth to that character. So
Yeah, I
my
suppose that
last one is
right. That
going to
might
be that
explain
I
why
like him.
he's more
Yeah,
to you than me, because I'm just like,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah, he was all right, but I was like, okay, yeah, okay, cool,
yeah.
that's
No,
cool.
he seemed quite nice. Yeah. Okay. So that's Quicksilver,
That's
everybody.
us. Yeah.
Yeah. Good
Um,
fun.
good fun. I think is the third one out this year.
Could be.
I think it's out later this year, so we'll probably try
Yeah.
and do like Brimstone and bring it out around the same time.
Yep.
Um, there's a lot of big ones coming out, so we might be a bit busy.
We're gonna be busy. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, cool.
um. Yeah. We've got the fourth Akatar book on the schedule. The orange one, Nessa's one.
Yeah, I don't think I've read that yet. I'll
No,
do
you
that next.
haven't, but you need to. I've read it. And yeah, then we'll do Brimstone. I don't know what else we've got.
Red Rising.
Yeah.
We're
Oh
going to do
yes.
that one.
Yeah.
I've got that. And then later this year, we've got the next Carissa Broadbent one coming out. I don't know
Oh
about you
yes, The
guys,
Lion and the Death of
but I
Stark.
am so
So
excited for it.
excited.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Cannot wait. I really hope it's good, because I'm going to be so disappointed if
I
it's
know,
not.
right? I'm
I'm
sure it
like,
will be.
I haven't looked forward to a book this much in a long, long time.
Yeah, yeah. No, super
Um,
excited for that one.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got that one, and then there's more Akatars coming.
Yes, there's always more Akatars
We'll
coming.
probably do those two. Depends, I guess.
Yes.
We'll see.
And I think next year we're probably looking at the fourth Rebecca Yarros one. I think
Oh
she's
yes.
announced that
Actually,
she's.
I think she's announced that she's got a novella for that one coming out this year.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well, maybe we'll do
yeah.
that
So we'll do that too, maybe.
nice and quick.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you'll hear more from us, as well as obviously
Yes.
our
Regular
usual episodes.
episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. All right. Well, that's about all I've got.
Yeah.
So you can, to keep up on like what we're doing and when and where and why, you can follow us on various social medias. So you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Tumblr, and YouTube. And so we'll update you what we're doing. All of our handles are at What We Wrote Podcast. You can also email us at whatwewrotepod@gmail.com if you want to reach out, if you have a book that you think we'd like, or that you think we would have
We
fun
wouldn't like.
reading. So we might look into doing that. Or if there's a book that you just want to hear our thoughts on,
Yeah.
you can shoot us an email. And yeah, like,
That's it.
subscribe, share,
Yeah.
spread
Sure.
the word, because it's nice.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend, because if you like it, your friend probably does too.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. All right. Well, that's us.
We'll talk to you next time.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.